While the mainstream news buzzes with fresh warnings about the virus, there are growing signs the virus is not as deadly as the media is claiming. Here's One America's Pearson Sharp.
With a panic over coronavirus cases making headlines in the mainstream media, there are many positive signs the virus isn't as bad or infectious as they're claiming. One of the biggest signs, surprisingly, comes out of the prison system in Texas. Across the state, some 250,000 people are currently incarcerated and being held in various prisons, from local jails to federal and state prisons to immigrant and juvenile detention centers. Over 251,000 people, tightly packed together in an environment where social distancing is impossible. And not a single death due to coronavirus in the month of July at time of reporting. The last recorded deaths of inmates due to coronavirus was on June 29th, nearly 1 month ago, and those involved 3 patients with comorbidities who were all over 70 years old. Since the outbreak began, there have been a total of 94 inmate deaths in Texas. That's a fatality rate of 0.03%, significantly lower than the seasonal flu of 0.1%, which, it's worth mentioning, kills about 8,400 people across the state every year. That's quite an accomplishment for the Texas prison system. Perhaps they could share their secret with others, including California Governor Gavin Newsom. Since the outbreak began, Newsom has expressed serious concern about the safety of prisoners who could be exposed to the coronavirus and has overseen the release of some 10,000 convicts across the state. But that's just the beginning, because Newsom recently announced plans to release another 8,000 convicted criminals back onto the streets of California. This is despite the fears of law enforcement officials who say the criminals represent a serious risk to public safety. They added that with more criminals on the streets, there's a high likelihood that there will be a significant increase in crime. And these aren't just people in prison for minor offenses. In March, citing fears of the coronavirus, Newsom commuted the sentences of 19 felons convicted of murder, including one convict who murdered a pregnant woman and several others who killed children. Apparently, for radical leftists like Gavin Newsom, the coronavirus is more deadly than actual murderers, and the safety of criminals is more important than the safety of innocent, law-abiding citizens. Pearson Sharp, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.